Hello friends, and welcome back. I'm going to be going over a couple modifications I made to my arrow shooting gun. Also I had someone request a parts list. I thought I gave one in my last video, but I don't care to recheck, so I'll just go over kind of the parts I used again and some of the modifications I did to said parts in order to utilize them in this design. So we're going to start off. This is a Sodastream bottle. I think this is a 0.67 liter, if memory serves. So originally it contained CO2, so good for at least 800 to 1000 psi. There is a little safety valve on the bottom here, which is rated at 3000 psi. It's a burst disc, so this bottle, you know, I wouldn't want to take it up to 3000 psi. Not that I even have a compressor that can, but theoretically it should be good for at least 1000 psi, if not, you know, 2 to 3000. So anyway, Sodastream bottle. On my lathe I cut off the proprietary threading, which would have been sticking out here. Then I drilled and tapped it for 1/8 inch NPT. So there's an NPT coupling, a 1/8 inch NPT male to male fitting there, going into an 1/8 inch NPT three-way brass three-way. That goes into a 1/8 inch NPT 90-degree elbow into a 3000 psi self-closing hydraulic fitting. Then we just have an 1/8 inch NPT short nipple that connects a SMC AQ1510 quick exhaust valve. I did a little bit of modification to this. I know I did that in one of my videos. You can check out, it's going to be one of my previous videos. Check it out. I drilled a couple things out in here to increase flow and whatnot. The new modifications since you last saw this would be this. Who makes this? This is a Clippard. Let's see what the model number is on this. It is a MJTV3. This is a 2-position 3-way valve. And this is the switch on the back here to activate the valve. That's made out of brass. Then this part here is also new. I used to have a trigger, like just a pressure washer handle on the back here. This part is new as well. This is machined aluminum. This part screws into the bottom. It's hollow inside there, and there's a piston with a spring, and I can screw this further in or out to adjust the pressure on the spring and therefore the pressure on the piston. So what happens here is you fill from here. It fills up everything, including it fills the inside volume of the QEV. There's a hole in the diaphragm. Once again, I go over some of the modifications I did to this QEV in a previous video. You can check that out. And anyway, so how this works is in this position with this little switch up, this port is blocked off. When you push this down, then the volume from the QEV dumps into this chamber. This is a sealed chamber. There, like I said, there's a piston inside here with 2 O-rings. I machined all this. It dumps into here, which is a sealed volume. So what happens is the QEV fires, the diaphragm inside the QEV opens up, air comes out the barrel. As the air is flowing into this chamber, then the pressure equalizes, and the diaphragm inside the QEV is forced against the barrel, sealing it again. And then what happens is, then you push the switch up, and there's another port on the bottom of this 3-way valve right behind this guy. And then what happens is the air that is inside this chamber then dumps out of there. If you've seen my bigger caliber gun, it's the same concept. It's just a different 2-position 3-way valve. The reason I haven't been uploading videos, besides being extremely busy, is both of my compressors, well, that's not entirely true, but I'll say it's true. Both of my compressors have failed. My 600 psi compressor seized up. I'm pretty sure I haven't ripped into it, and I'm probably not going to because it's more trouble than it's worth. So that one no longer works. My other compressor, which was the 2 in parallel, one of those stopped working, and so it was just really slow to fill things and only went to about 300 psi. I did get both of them working again, but once again they only fill to about 300 psi. So I'm on the lookout for another compressor. I could show this gun shooting as is, but at 300 psi it's impressive, but it's not as crazy as it could be. So once I find another compressor, hopefully something that's, you know, at least 500, if not closer to 800 psi, I will upload another video. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or whatever, feel free to comment, subscribe if you want. Yeah, anyway, hope you're all having a great fall if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.